Yo, what's good YouTube, Mascot? We back out with another video, man. Today's video, I got you guys with this new rare slashing .4 build in NBA 2K24. Now, if you guys did see from yesterday, I did drop the two-way version of this build, the two-way slashing .4. Today, I got you guys with the regular slashing .4. And of course, since this build is not a two-way, this build is going to be more focused on offense. It's going to have more contact dunks and less defense. So let's get straight into it. Obviously, this stuff right here is personal preference. And of course, we are a point forward, so make sure you do go small forward in order to get this build name. And if you guys don't know, the maximum height this year to get this build name, point forward, anything to do with point forward, not even just this particular version, 6'7", that's actually the tallest, because in order to get this build name, your ball handle has to be at least an 88. Obviously, if you go 6'8" and above, you cannot do that. Maximum is 85 on a 6'8", so 6'7" is the tallest this year for a point forward. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm gonna go 6'6", but like I said, if you want to go 6'7" with an 88 ball handle, you could. I'm gonna go 198 on the weight. I do want to have an 87 acceleration, and then max the wingspan out. You might as well max the wingspan out because your mid-range shot and your three-point shot cannot be anything higher than a 77. So for that reason, max your wingspan out. So we're going 6'6", 198, and max wingspan. All right. Let's get straight into making this build now. So I am going to get the physicals out the way first, like I usually do. So we are going to go 82 speed. That will give us gold hyperdrive once we upgrade our ball handling. And of course, I did go 198 because I did want to have this 87 acceleration. That will give you your gold speed booster badge. 55 strength. This will give you bronze clamps and bronze fearless finisher. Now vertical. Now we do have a pretty high driving dunk, as you would expect. We are a slashing point forward. We're going to have a 94 driving dunk, which of course does unlock elite contact dunks off of 2. Those require at least an 82 vertical. And stamina, I put this to a 96. That is what you need for your gold handles for days. Alright, now that the physicals are done, let's get straight into making this build. So we are going to start off with finishing. Of course, we are a slashing point forward. So I'm pretty sure the driving dunk does have to be at least an 87. If you guys don't know, 87 driving dunk will give you pro contact dunks off of 2. 89 will give you pro contact dunks off of 1. You could stop there if you want to, or you can go 90 for like gold precision dunker. In order to get the elite animations, your driving dunk does have to be at least a 94. That will give you elite contact dunks off of 2. And in order to get those elite contact dunks off of 1, those require an 86 vertical and a 96 driving dunk. Unfortunately, I couldn't get those because I did want to have decent defense on this build as well, so it wasn't really possible. If you want to sacrifice on defense for those extra contact dunks, definitely an option. I don't really think it's worth it. 94 will give you elite contact dunks off of 2. Here's all the other badges you get. Posterizer, you also get Hall of Fame Slithery at 94, which is pretty cool. Get Precision Dunker, Aerial Wizard. You guys can see for yourself a lot of Hall of Fame badges, and that is pretty much all we did for finishing. Alright, moving on to shooting with this build. Like I did say, your mid-range shot and your three-point shot cannot be anything higher than a 77, so just keep that in mind. So I did put the three-point shot to a 76. Like I said, you could go 77, but as you guys see, once you go 77, you don't really get anything for that, so I just went 76 because 76 will give you bronze agent 3s and silver corner specialist, which is cool. If you want to go 77, you can. Same thing with mid-range. If you want to go 77, that is the maximum. If you go 78 and above for mid-range or three-pointer, it will change the name of the build to an inside-out point forward, which I already did drop a video on. So we're gonna go 76, and then I did go 64 free throw. Couldn't get that free points badge. I just didn't have enough attributes to do so, so I got it to a 64. And like I said, 76 3 ball is definitely not bad. Here's all the badges you get: Agent 3s, Blinders, Catch and Shoot, Green Machine, Claymore. You guys can see for yourself. All right. Moving on to playmaking with this build. Of course, we are a point forward, so this definitely is the most important key category in order to get this build name. Alright, so pass accuracy. You are a point forward. This does have to be pretty high. Has to be at least an 87. If you go 86 and below, it will not give you the build name. So if you want this build name, slashing point forward, pass accuracy does have to be at least an 87 for that bronze bailout. And here's all the other badges you get. and that will unlock a lot of good pass styles. If you want to go higher, you definitely could. That is just the bare minimum. And like I did say with ball handling, 88 is the minimum. for that Kobe Bryant signature size up. That is why I said if you want to make a 6'7" with 88 ball handle, you definitely could. I took it up a notch. Since we are a 6'6", you might as well go 92. That will unlock elite dribble moves and a lot of good gold playmaking badges, as you guys see. And then go 83 speed of ball. Of course, that will give you all your gold playmaking badges. You get blow by gold, speed booster, hyperdrive, triple strike. And as you guys see, a lot of really good gold playmaking badges once you go 92. If you don't care about this, you definitely could go 6'7" and go like 88 ball handle with a 75 speed of ball, and you definitely could have a lot better defense if you do want to. As you guys see, we already are a 94 overall. With that being said, we did have to sacrifice in defense. We don't really have that much attributes else to work with. So yeah, but here's all the badges you get. As you guys see, pretty solid badges there. All right, now moving on to defense. We did have to sacrifice here a little bit. Again, I did drop the two-way slashing .4 build yesterday. So if you want a build that does have more defense, check that one out. This is the regular slashing .4. This one's more focused on offense. As you guys see, if you guys watched the video from yesterday, this build has way better playmaking and way better finishing. So I did put the perimeter defense to a 75. Nothing crazy. I think that's definitely the bare minimum. That will give you bronze clamps, ankle braces. As you guys see, a lot of really good bronze badges. Nothing crazy, but 75 is definitely not terrible. Definitely good enough to get a decent contest. And for the steal, if you don't care about this, you don't really have to upgrade this. I figure most people probably want to have a steal, so I did put the steal to an 85. That will give you silver glove, interceptor, right stick ripper. And as you guys can see, here's pretty much the build right here, the slashing .4. Pretty solid build right here. We do have decent defense. Of course, nothing crazy, but it's definitely not terrible. We do have good playmaking, elite level dribbling, 92 ball handling with a lot of good gold playmaking badges, elite dribble moves, really good pass accuracy. Shooting's nothing crazy. As you guys see, we do get a lot of good silver badges, some decent bronze badges as well. You still will get like JT Thor and Dyson Daniels bases. If you're good with those, you should be fine, honestly. But with this build, the main objective is dunking, passing the ball, but if people do leave you open, you should be fine. Especially if you get takeover, I probably would put sharp take on, and you should be fine with the sharp take for sure. Now, the only problem I see here, like if you want higher rebounding, I will show you guys a way to do that. So I put the steal to a 72. If you go 72 steal, you will sacrifice all your silver badges for the steal, of course. You can get to a 57, and then I think you also have to sacrifice the free throw down. Let me see. I'm pretty sure this will work. Yeah, so that works right there. As you guys see, if you put your free throw down to a 54 and your steal down to a 72, you can get a 60 rebound if you want rebound chaser. If you don't care about that, you definitely could just go with the 85 steal and the 64 free throw. I'm gonna recommend this version right here. And as you guys can see, this build does have shades of Lou Hudson, Zach LaVine, and RJ Barrett. Like I did say, this build is called a slashing .4. Pretty rare build name right there. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. That is the build. Let me know what you guys think about this build in the comment section below. Make sure you guys do check out the two-way slashing .4 if you do want more defense and this build doesn't have enough defense for your liking. I definitely will be dropping plenty of more rare build videos, so you definitely don't want to miss out on those builds. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I really would appreciate any support. Make sure you guys do drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'm out.